tell you how overwhelmed I am by all this. But first of all, I must make my sincere thanks to Cartier for this wonderful evening tonight and for the 32 years of sponsorship of this fantastic racing award, which means so much to the entire industry. Thank you again, Cartier, to the Daily Telegraph, the Racing Post, the Cartier Committee, which I was once part of many moons ago, and also to all of those of you who said such completely undeserved, very nice things about me tonight. And I'm absolutely... I'm totally overwhelmed by it all, but just to perhaps make a brief background story for those very few of you who haven't already heard this, that many, many years ago, and unlike my Viking forebears, I came to East Anglia in peace. But like some of them, I made the detour by way of Ireland. So when I left my native Sweden, I was very fortunate to be able to spend some formative years in Ireland, which I still see that wonderful Emerald Isle as my spiritual home, where I have many, many great friends, and I am also extremely grateful to those that have gone before me, that were my mentors in the old days, Margareta Bettermark in Sweden, Alec Head, Roland de Chambier, and most of all, the late Captain Tim Rogers of Early Stud. And I have now been in Newmarket for nearly 42 years. It'll be on the 1st of December. And in that time, we seem to have produced the winners of over 2,000 races, including 28 Group 1 races since 1985 was the first one. No, I've just told a lie. It was the Dewhurst of 1984. Carla Dancer, one of a crop of 5 yearlings who also included Petoskey, winner of the following year's King George and Queen Elizabeth. I had 2 Group 1 winners in a crop of 5 yearlings. I thought, this is easy peasy. I couldn't understand why the Brits kept telling me how difficult it all was, breeding racehorses. I thought, this is fantastically facile. I can do it with 5 yearlings. I can breed 2 Group 1 winners. It took me 25 years to live it down. And that put manners on me, as my Irish friends would say. But none of this would have been at all possible but for my wonderful home team, my great team at Landways, St Simon and Staffordstown Studs, many of whom, as mentioned earlier, have been with me for 25, 30 and more years, some of whom are here tonight. Julian Lloyd, who's been running Staffordstown for 30 years, but we have been friends for much longer than that. And I am immensely grateful to you for your skill, experience, great horsemanship and friendship. Alistair Watson, who's been with us at Landways for I've slightly lost count, but it must be 35 years now. Yes, and my wonderful, marvelous trainers who have, of course, contributed to, in particular, this year's great results. Alpinista, trained by Sir Mark Prescott, Sandrine by Andrew Balding, a good few other very good results this year. In fact, during the last year, we've bred 4 individual Group 1 winners of 6 Group 1 races in 3 countries on 2 continents. But there is... But there is a few weeks left of the year, so who knows? Finally, I should also pay tribute to my great friend Ray Guest, whom I think he and I possibly represent the longest racing association here, at least tonight, I'm guessing, but Ray and I have been together since, what, 1971? 70? Yes, exactly. When he rode a very good filly called Highlight SWE for his uncle Nelson Guest, who trained in Copenhagen, and this filly was champion 2-year-old either sex, and Ray this year has trained her 7th generation descendant Melodramatica to win. And my longevity in this game now means that we've had a slight changing of the guard. So for the last couple of so many years, succeeding my great friend, the late Lord John Fitzgerald, Richard Frisbee has looked after my horses in training and very ably managed them and the liaison between land weights and various trainers. And of course, Julian Lloyd at Staffordstown has in turn been succeeded by young John Ox, whom we saw earlier today. To all of those mentioned, and some that I may not have mentioned but still bear very much in mind, I would like to express my very sincere, heartfelt thanks for all of your important parts in mine, Landweight, St Simon and Staffordstown success. And thanks again to Cartier for this wonderful evening. Thank you.